Hello and welcome. We are going to do a little bit of a map review. We are going to look at this one, North Frisian Marsh, which is a map for Farming Sim 17, and this map is version 2.3. It's been around a little while, but this is a new update. This map, let's just get some stats on this, and we'll just run through them before we kick off. So what we have here is it's actually an update of a map that's been around a little while. It's an update of a map from Farming Sim 15. It's a German plains map, and when we kick off this map we'll have a look around and see the equipment, and we'll also look at some of the opportunities to do things on the map. So we're going to kick things off. Here we are, and create a new save in career mode. I'm basically just going to have courseplay, my Land Rover Defender, to basically scoot around the map if need be, and the actual map itself. When you actually download this map, it does come with one mod in the package, the Community Prices mod. That Community Prices mod will actually give you information about the current pricing of items on the markets on the map. We're not going to enable that just because it is actually very messy on the screen. It does take a lot of space. So let's load the map here. As you can see, let's have a look, see if we've got any errors. We don't appear to have. Hold on, we do have a couple of errors on the map. It's missing some WAV files. So a windmill sound is missing, but other than that, we look good. I'm just going to turn on off. Oops. Actually, that was not the one I wanted to actually. Kick off. So we're just going to get course pace, scan the fields to have a look around, and then we will be able to go. So I'm just going to put the flight mode on so we can have a little bit of a flyby. So here we are. This map is by a group called Fed Action Let's Play. They have a YouTube channel. I will put the details of the map in the show notes, and I will also put a link to the Fed Action YouTube channel as well. So here we are. We've dropped into the map. We're on the farm. Let's take a quick look around and see what we can see. I did have a very brief look around on this map earlier on today, just to kind of see what's what, as I am looking for a potential map to use to play myself on a multiplayer server. Now, I do know this map has nuggets, so if we do pick up 10, I think we'll show you all the points. But what we're going to do first is take a look around. So here we have the sheep. The chickens. Oh dear, it's the morning and it's early, so my brain is not quite there yet. So we have the chickens on the farm. This map has let's have a look. So we have see about 20 fields, and it's quite a well spaced out map, some decent sized fields by the looks of it. We kick off here in the middle. This is where the farm is, and straight as you can see on the farm we have the cows and the pigs actually on farm premises, as it were. We've got quite a big cow and pig enclosure as well. The sheep are actually a little bit off to the east on this map, and they have their own little enclosure here in between fields 19 and 13. So we kick off the map with field 1, field 20 and field 2. So those look like some good sized fields straight off the bat. Let's have a look at the fruit types. So we actually have the standard fruit types, and we have some additional fruits. So we have oats, rye and hops. Now this hops is actually extremely important to this map, because we do seem to have a good bit of beer production on this map. And let's just take a look around, see what we've got here. So we've got a number of facilities on the map across the map. This is a German map, so some of these things obviously for us English speakers are not necessarily that straightforward to understand. We have a composter on the map. We have sugar fabrication, a sugar plant. We also have I think pallet production as well on the map. We also have some woodworking opportunities, so some forestry, and we also have a sort of the usual kind of bakery and so on to sell items. We've got 2 BGAs on the map as well. We also have a little port on this map up here in the top northwest corner of the map. There's actually a little port, and there's a little ship kind of docked here where you can kind of sell items to. The shop here is in the middle. The other thing to note about this map is there's a lot of open grassland. So down here by field 13 and field 12 there's these very big long sort of grass meadows. In the middle here there's this quite large area of grassland as well. And this is all free. You don't need to actually kind of purchase a field yourself and set yourself up to produce grass. You do actually have a lot of grass on the map to start with. However, you do not gain any benefit from fertilization of that grassland, unfortunately. As we can just see here when we turn this on and we go to the fertilization piece, we won't have any fertilization on the grassland that's basically free with the map. There's also quite a bit of woodland. There's a big bit of woodland down here. There's a big bit down here as well. One of the things to note about some of this woodland is that there is a lot of trees in sort of like this area which are not spruces, which will not sort of work with a scorpion king and the like. So let's take a look at some of the starting equipment. So we have a Dutzfar Series 7, a Fendt 900 Vario, a Tournament 760 combine with header, and that is a 9-meter header. We have a couple of AgroLiner trailers. We have a Teradis 600 cultivator and an Amazon Crown 200 plough. We have a Rapid A 600S seeder for kind of all fruits. Hold on, no, it is all fruits including hops. And we have a fertilizer spreader. We have a weight, and we have a pickup truck. Something to note about this map, because it does have this multi-fruit hop. Let's just check something here. You won't need one of the kind of specialist seeder add-ons here. Any of the default seeders will kind of pick that hop seed up, that so you can plant those. Okay. So let's just pull up a little stats on the map, just so we got those. So storage capacity wise, there's 1 million storage per fruit on this map, which is kind of good. So that's, you've got a good amount of storage there. We have our sort of animals and so on here. Let's have a look at the sell points. So these are all the sell points on the map. As you can see, you've got a good range of pricing, and all the fruits. We have here some additional things to sell. So we have compost as well as our kind of crops. We have here some additional items, including bread, sugar. I'm guessing this one's flour. Then we have our beers, pallets, milk, butter. I'm not sure what that one is. We also have a whole bunch of dairy products, things like yogurt and so on. We also have sort of paper and cardboard, and we also have fruit as well. So we've got what looks like apples, pears, cherries, and I think plums. And as I say, some of these things that we actually do have these items, kind of selling in the supermarkets. We have a supermarket Lidl there, which I'm pretty sure is the kind of chain Lidl that we have here in Europe. Okay, so let's take a quick look around the farm, as it were. So, as I say, we kind of got our chickens. The farmhouse is over there. We have a barn for selling straw and bales here. We have our silo over here. It's a nice drive-through silo with kind of standard silo buildings that have kind of had a size set. I'm guessing this is our kind of seed area where we can pick up our seeds. I was looking at the Saxony map yesterday, and I noticed there was no seeds on the farm, which was kind of annoying. I couldn't find any. And we've got some kind of storage space for the trailers and stuff. So we've got some nice big storage sheds. Trailer there, sowing equipment and the 2 tractors. We've got a kind of what looks to be a little bit of a workshop area here, so that's kind of nice. Let's go down here and have a look for we see we've got some fuel here, quite a lot of fuel. We've got more storage sheds, some kind of open vehicle storage, and then we've kind of got the kind of bunker type for storing things like potatoes and feed and so on. We've got a nice big shed for our combine, and let's have a look here. Oh, we seem to have a water or fertilizer spot. Probably this actually looks like fertilizer. So although the tank says H2O tank, this is probably going to be fertilizer. We've got some wheelie bins for the rubbish. Let's take a look over here and see what we've got on this side. Here we've got we've got slurry, and we also have a manure spot. I'm guessing because that's backing on to the cow shed. So let's go take a look at the cowshed. We've got some nice big open spaces on this yard, by the way. That's pretty handy. You can see the shop over there in the distance. Here we have the cowshed. Feeding trough here. Water and so on. We open the doors up and then we've got a nice little cow. Then we also have water in there. We've got our silage clamp as well. So it's actually kind of a small grass pasture for the cows, but you do have the watering spot on here. So by the looks of it, so we have to feed in here. We've got both your TMR will go in here, your grass, and then we'll have our water on the outside. So it's actually kind of a tight, contained space. So no big long tractor unloads here. There is no, other than the silage clamp, there's no fermenter on this map, like you do have on some others. So you kind of have to, if you're going to use that sort of thing, you're going to have to add it yourself. What have we got over here? This is the kind of main road, backing onto the farm. Okay, let's take a look at the map, and let's kind of scoot down to the pig area here. So again, this is the pig area. It's actually just on the bottom end of the farm. We've got some housings down there, feed trough here, water on site. So this is the first water we've seen actually for the animals. It's actually quite a way away from the actual the rest of the farm. So you might need to add extra water. There's a dike there with some water in. Let's go for a swim. See, we've got our slurry output for the pigs. I am guessing you drop on your straw around here somewhere. There are no markers on the ground on this map, it seems. This looks like our solid manure. This is the animal dialogue, and then this will be feed as well. So we actually have, guessing, this one is the water. Okay, so the feed and the water on the map. Let's quickly scoot over to the sheep pasture. This has an interesting feature. It has this conveyor for the wool bales, the wool pallets. Slightly different. There's no wool sell point here. It's a common feature of Stevie's maps where you have a wool sell point next to the sheep. Again, as you can see, we've got some gold nuggets around here. We have water and we have grass feed area. This one backs onto the road, and as you can see, it's a little away from the farm over there. We've got storage here for vehicles as well, so you'll probably end up having to have a few vehicles away from the main farm. This is our hops field. This is what hops look like. Field 13 is currently seeded with hops when we start this map, and so if you look at this you can actually see what hops look like, and probably have those harvested, and we would basically be making beer. Just on that front, actually, I'll just see something, just so we can actually see. Hops are actually harvestable by the standard headers. You do not need the kind of sunflower header type header for those. Although they look quite tall, you actually do use a normal header for those. So they're kind of the normal crop header. So with that, let's take a look around the farm. wider afield from the main sort of area. And to do that, we're going to grab our Land Rover, and in order to do that we need a little bit of scratch, so we can actually buy our Land Rover. And whoops, I didn't want to do that, I wanted to do the other way. So I borrowed some money so I can buy my Land Rover Discovery, and we can basically see how many times I can flip the thing over today. So let's head over to the shop and pick up the Land Rover. Interestingly, okay. So here's the shop, Morgan's Massive Motors. Let's take a look. The actual yard here is actually pretty small, strangely enough. So if you're buying a lot of equipment, it's going to be pretty tricky to kind of unload it. You're going to have to take it off the lot pretty quickly and reset. One of the things we will do, check, is where the reset point is, to see if it is actually on this lot or it is in the farmyard. So what we're going to do is we're going to head west towards these buildings over here and take a look at some of the things along the way, and then we'll kind of try and do a clockwise loop back and see what we can see. I apologise in advance for my driving, but it is, as always, pretty terrible. So I've kind of lit up our destination for our first spot, and let's see what we see on the way. And as per usual, traffic decides to ram me. So one of the things I noticed is this actual road is quite narrow and has little bollards on the side, which actually do stop you if you hit them. Oh no, they don't. That's actually fine. In that case, we will be going as fast as possible. So what we will see here first is this is it's down on the map as the milk sell point, and so what we'll do is have a quick look around here on the way and see what we've got. So there is some production on this map. It isn't as straightforward as some of the other maps where you have like things to little screens. There are some screens to actually look at, but essentially, as you can see here, we've got a milk sale point there. We've got water, and then it looks like here your output is kind of sorry, this is paper and pallets. So actually those are two inputs, so there's no kind of doesn't appear to be any little screen here that I can see that basically tells us what's going on. There's another milk point there. I'm guessing that's a sale point. Well, that's the actual, probably the sell it for money as opposed to the milk production. So if you come around the back, when you drop milk off here, it will be used as part of some production, I guess, and something will pop out somewhere. Now the question is where and how do we get at it. So let's just quickly see if any of these are openable. That doesn't appear to be. We kind of seem to drop stuff off but not get anything out. And let's have a look at this shed over here. It kind of looks like it's something we can go into. Aha! So here we have our outputs, and we actually have some screens. Let's have a look. So we have here the empty pallets, water, milk and pallet paper. and we get part of quark, whatever quark is, part of yogurt, milk, cream and butter. So we get a whole bunch of outputs here, which is cool. And they're hidden away actually. They've got little conveyors. I'm guessing this is so you can actually allow production to run for a while, and you get quite a few pallets. I would suspect kind of maybe get 9-10 pallets out of that. We would basically kind of not have to unload constantly as you do with some mods. You just essentially get the output straight away. So that is the milk product factory, as it were. We're kind of on our way to the spot over there, but we took a little detour. So let's head back onto the road. We're going to try and do a bit of a kind of a UE type arrangement. I am intrigued. Are these? Ah, yes. So this hedge is actually something we can drive through. There are some barriers. Let's have a look. Let's the ditches are drivable through, as we can tell, but we are in a Land Rover, and Land Rovers can pretty much go anywhere except on their roofs. So that's good to know. The windmills here, I do not think give you free money. I will let's sort of let this run a little while and let's see what's what. We have a building over here that we're going to visit, and let's see what we've got in terms of functionality. I think this is probably just a sell point for things. Bakery. So this is the bakery. So it is a sell point, but it's also a place where you can get goods. So we've got a conveyor here, water, and I'm not sure what goes in there, but whatever it is, you've got a counter, so now that's good. So you can see how much you're getting in. Let's take a look over here. We have a couple of production screens, so they should give us an idea. So we've got flour pallets and water, and what we get out is bro plate, which I'm guessing is bread of some form. So that's good. So we need water and flour pallets, so your flour pallets go over there. So this does have a healthy requirement for pallets, does this map. So far we've been to 2 spots, and both of them require flour pallets as items, and water obviously, yet we don't seem to have very many water spots. Let's take a look at this other little facility here and see what this is. Let's see if we can find an entrance. We've got a railway line. I haven't seen a train yet. We do actually have like puddles on the map, little ponds, but I'm pretty sure the bakery would not like us basically pulling water out of there. This is one of those little grass meadows, by the way. We've seen. So this is flour products, I guess. I'm pretty sure this is going to be flour products. This is going to be the mill, essentially. It's going to give us various items of flour products. So let's take a look at the screens here. We give it wheat, we get a flour pallet. We give it barley, we get a flour pallet. We give it rye, we get a flour pallet. So it actually takes each of the individual grains and gives us a flour pallet. Let's just see if we've got a drop-off spot on this map, on this thing. This could be interesting. So the entranceway's there. That's okay. That does seem a little bit high, but hey, there is a grill at the bottom there, and it does seem like a very tight courtyard. So going to be backing in, backing out, I guess. probably IT runner territory here for the vehicles. Semis and have a very hard time on this map. So this is fire and bakery over here. We're going to head up towards this port at the top. In the process, we'll pass by a couple of other facilities and have a look at those. So, oops, terrible driving. I'm sorry, I'm not drunk. It is more a case of I am crap at driving. I'm going the wrong way, but that's fine because I'm going to make a very wide loop so I don't hit anything as I drive. Crossing the railway line. Again, another big open grassy bit. You're gonna need to use these little bridges with the tractors and the like. Oh, that was kind of scary. On our nose there for a second. What we have here is another little courtyard and something more to do. So this looks like I think this is a pallet storage location actually. We seem to have a lot of places to drop off different types of pallets and then have a way to pick them up. So that's kind of apples and stuff and fruit. We have beer and yes, this is basically a kind of warehouse location we have a slightly different output scenario. Again, hot wheat empty pallet, but we get different kind of pallets. Some with boxes and some with little barrels. So depending on where you drop stuff off onto these kind of areas here, you kind of feed the two sides. You can tell by these little sort of icons here. So if you drop off here, you'll drop off into the barrels production. If you drop off here, you drop off into the cartons, the sort of bottle production. And likewise, you kind of have the same sort of deal here. So you have separate inputs to get the two different outputs of the same thing. So this is your beer production facility. So this is kind of the run through of the map. We've kind of got the main sort of areas covered. So, you know, that's the Frisian March, as it were, map as it's known. Frisian March 2.3 map by FedEx Let's Play. We kind of let's just sort of sit back for a second and look at the overall map, and then we'll just do a bit of a flyby. We'll start actually over the farm. So I'm going to reset everything back to the farm, and then let's start our flyby. So let's just have a look over the farm. We kind of look off into the distance. As you can see, kind of quite a flat, open map. Lots of hazard though on this map. Almost every field has a dike, a ditch around it, which basically means you're going to fall in. You're going to have to be really careful with some of these fields. You need to basically make headlands around everything. So you get turning spaces for tractor trailers. You're probably going to, if you're using courseplay, you're probably going to need to do on some of these fields maybe 2 or 3 headlands to give yourself a nice big fat working area for your equipment that follows. As you can see, we're looking at this map here. It is pretty big. We've got a lot of production facilities on this map, and it's integrated production as well. A key element of the production on this map is the board and pallet factory. A lot of things require it, but also things like compost. You've got a couple of locations for that. You won't necessarily be making a huge amount of money from your BGA because you do not need the digestate for anything other than maybe fertilizing fields. You will produce your own biodiesel, but you'll do that from crop. You will basically be selling fruit to supermarkets. You will be selling kind of your crops to things like the brewery to produce beer, the bakery to produce bread. You have a lot of things going on. You're producing sugar beet. We'll go into the sugar beet factory, I guess. You will also be selling a bunch of things that are kind of non-standard to various plants, essentially. So your pallets and the like will be getting sold, and your fruit and your kind of milk will go to a dairy which will actually produce a whole bunch of dairy products. I would say you would probably want to have the milk stop sale mod installed on this map, because milk is such an important part of the production here. You have 5 different milk products, and you do sort of kind of require that. There is actually a hefty requirement for water on this map as well. The bakery requires water, the brewery requires water, I even think the milk dairy requires water, and then your fruit production requires water as well. So there's quite a hefty requirement for water on this map. So you will probably have quite a large cow herd on this map. I actually personally think on this map, if I was running this map, I would probably not even bother with sheep and pigs, because they essentially are overhead that you don't necessarily need. I would probably stick to cows and get a very big herd going, because you do sort of need milk quite readily on this map. You don't necessarily use sheep and pigs so much. I would also probably set up the beer production, and I'd do a lot. I'd kind of try and get the wood working side of this working smoothly, trying to clear out these areas and then actually replant them with some spruces or some decent trees that can basically handle en masse, and get rid of anything that is not spruce tree from these woodland areas in both locations. Although this location is literally purely for sale, this one is essentially for production. So this one here down on the east side of the map, I would basically kind of target that one first to make sure that I can get as best as possible a good production run going for pallets and for wood chips, which will then have to be transported to the facilities to produce paper. That's another facility that actually requires water as well. So yes, this looks like quite a nice map. And with that, thank you for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.